So anyway, so this is the place. Do you want me to record you or no? It doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay. So that's like the entryway. Then we got like this area with radiant heating, big window, and then like something to hang stuff on, it looks like. And those kind of tiling. And that big clock, lots of light, all that fun stuff. Is that a window, right?
Yes. Yep.
And then cubicles. Then we can put a logo, have stairs. And the stairs look decent enough. I mean, maybe new carpeting, but yeah. Okay, yeah, we can keep going.
Sure.
Sorry. So then how big are these cubicles, do you know?
Offhand, I'm not sure.
Like maybe 10 feet, 6 feet, probably like 10 feet.
Approximately, that's
So about 60 and then 60-ish. And then we got Ethernet, 3 outlets, space for shelving, obviously studs and all that for shelving. And then these aren't load bearing, at least this chunk isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So we can always clear this out if we need to, get temporary stuff or make it bigger, more open. So how much does this glass cost? Do you know?
I don't know. We could get an estimate if needed, but.
Yeah, because there's a crack, I think. I don't think that's what this, yeah, because the other one has just, yeah. So we'll need to get this replaced, probably with plastic. We might even put like a fish tank here and just a circle column. That'd be simple enough for us to do. Mm-hmm. And then we could have plants up top and then have the roots going down. Okay. So that's something we could easily enough do. It's just an aquarium.
Sure.
It's not hard.
Okay.
Jellyfish, I don't know, we could put whatever we want in there. So maybe not saltwater stuff, but.
Sure.
Anyway, so this is one of the main offices, it looks like. It's got windows and think, what, like 10 by 10 here? Maybe?
I think I have more information at the office.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
about right.
I was looking at the designs earlier, but I just,
Yeah, and I have floor plans that I can send you. So.
yeah, well, I'll get those. So this is just really rough, so people can watch the video if I haven't looked back at everything.
Sure, yeah.
Do you know what that wood is, that support is for? That can't be load bearing,
No.
but why is it there? Is it like something was being hung probably from here, maybe?
That certainly could be. I have no
Because it
idea.
can't be support or anything structural, obviously. And there's a little bit here. Then I guess there's that, which I guess we could buy or just put our own thing there. So there's more of these, more shelving. Now shelving on the walls, big sign. Yeah, that's good enough scale. Codex, more offices, and then is the office supply equipment for sale too, or?
Yeah, I mean that could be worked in.
Yeah, because that's real cheap. We could always just buy that in bulk. And then, so what kind of heating and cooling does it have? It has Nest. There's no Wi-Fi right now. No, not real heat, which is fine. I don't need heat, or we will.
It's a steam boiler.
Yeah, so steam boiler. Do you know the capacity of that?
Not often.
Oh, we'll see it, I guess, or at least something. So the conference room, we'll probably replace that glass with something more modern, but that's not hard. That's not structural anyway. Then there's no projector, but there's a good place to put a projector and conference and all that. Then, so what's these pictures here?
Oh, it's a historical building, so that's just some buildings, old photos and.
So it was built in 1901 or 1900?
I thought it was 1900, but.
Yeah, I think it was 1900.
Okay.
So it's solid brick construction. Is it double brick or is it single brick?
That I'm not.
We'll have business inspectors or whatnot, or
Sure.
building inspectors. But then there's sink and water flow here, so there's piping somewhere in there. Then we got, what is this, steel, cast iron, steel, aluminum, something. That goes up and is welded. We can always repaint that, whatever we want. Then it looks like there's light bulbs being replaced. So these are fluorescent tubes, 10 5s or 10 7s? Or T7s? Can't quite read. Oh, I'm expert on lighting, so.
Okay.
But anyway, so then we got light switches. Then there's just one bathroom in this floor. 2 bathrooms. So this is like the public bathroom of sorts. And then, I don't know, there doesn't look like many signs of wear, which is nice. I mean, it's been an office, so most things have been kept up.
Yeah.
And then there's a water fountain, more radiant heating, another bathroom, urinal, tiny one. And then would the owner be interested in cutting some price off if we didn't take any of the plumbing or anything? Or do they want to sell it as
Take any of
is?
the plumbing. What do you mean?
Like the toilets, sinks, that kind of stuff, office supplies.
No, it's being sold kind of as is.
Okay, as is, okay. So then what are these rooms? This is the restroom. This is storage.
There's a couple of storage
An HVAC, and that looks like plumbing. Well, this is basically a closet. Yeah, and then there's drainage, so we can have all of our cleaning equipment and stuff for most of the office in here. And do you want me to close all the doors up again? I mean, no one's worried about cooling or heating. I don't think there is heat. So this is another closet. And then there's a light somehow. Huh. Is there a light on the outside? Oh, hey. So then the floorboards, is that wood flooring or is that steel? I can't poke it and touch it, so I can't hear. But I don't know. I mean, I see steel pipes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll be able to tell what's on the second floor easily enough. But yeah, we can head upstairs, I guess, in the basement. It's a little bit more cold too. It's gonna be even more cold. Upstairs should be warmer, so that's nice. But so then, good flight of stairs. So there's no elevator on the property, right?
Correct, yeah.
Do you think there's a shaft area for one?
If you look in the back side of the building, you can take a look. There may have been one at one point.
Yeah, so then we got tiling here, then we get spacing and all that for this. And then, so what, you know what, this is wood. So this is thin wood that covers up all this. And then this is cement, it looks like, cement columns. Then all of the wiring is on external outside the wall. And then this is a room, maybe?
Yeah, I think that might have been like a soundproof type of room.
Looks like it, like a recording studio. Oh yeah, sorry, I can shove it open. Yeah. And then my electricians are gonna love this porn. So telephone, then we got, what kind of voltage is it, do you know? So the 100 amp, 240, then lights and fans are controlled. Yeah, 240 looks good. That's enough for us. And what is this? Is this design?
Yeah, I don't know if that was...
Like, well, this looks like an elevator shaft to me.
Yeah.
Like it says, Franklin Machine Works, passenger and freight elevator shafting. So another floor up there, or is this the top floor? This is the top floor.
This is the upper...
And then there was probably a big hole here.
I would assume so.
And these probably have been cut, but they could easily enough be replaced with some old wood, or continued on down, or just do steel. That's just easier. But it looks pretty, so that's kind of nice. But then we have HVAC going through here, so we'd have to reroute that. So where does this HVAC go? Is this just the end filter?
I believe so.
Yeah, the junction box. Piping for the filter, water. Looks like AC and heat, probably, I'm guessing.
Yeah, there's a couple of AC units right on that little back.
And then there's insulation of sorts. Lots of, is that Cat 10 or Cat 5? Do you know, or?
Yeah, no.
Standard 568. 7,600 feet cables. Okay. Then there's windows. And then so what's there? I can't remember what was there. Do we have a Ghana even there yet?
That must be kind of an extension up the back.
Yeah.
It was built later, so they have the.
Yeah, and then we have this wall, and then there's radiators basically in every room, it looks like. Or almost every room. There's that one in this bathroom, then there's some water damage. But it's an old building. I mean, that's just to be expected. Everything leaks in an old building. And then view outside there, and then there's looks like a 240 volt AC. So that looks just like the filtration exit tank. And then here's another weird room. It has an elevator or something weird. It's like a weird hole. And wood boards. The light switch and outlet. Then we got, looks like pink glass insulation by the wiring, which is good enough. What is that, like 2 feet HVAC? Is that 18 inches?
Measured.
Probably 2 feet. And a whole bunch of hooks for everyone that works here. Then another office, and this looks like another sound studio. You know if this was a recording studio or a radio station at one point?
Offhand, I don't know, but it had been an advertising
Yeah, that makes sense.
office for
That there would
quite a
be.
while, so they had different facets of there.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just my family used to own a radio station.
Oh,
So I'm pretty sure I know what I'm looking at, but it's a little always hard to tell, especially because it could be a speech pathology office,
sure.
which about basically the same. And then we got wood flooring that can easily be resurfaced. Looks like there was a wall here some decade ago, or who knows when.
Yeah.
They decided to open this up, which is nice, but or to fix that, make it a little bit nicer, but that's not hard to do. Got a good craftsman in there. We'll figure it out soon. Then looks like so it's zoned heating too. So each zone looks like there's an intake fan for most everything. And there's stained glass, which is nice. Do you know if the stained glass is original? Or if that was added later?
I don't know, I mean, I know that the windows were replaced, but.
Oh yeah, so they
glass
dual
was still there,
pane?
so.
Or triple pane. It looked like dual. Or even single, or the double, I guess, technically. Because, yeah, they look like the double. Double pane windows. And then, how many parking spots are typically open during the day? Just those 5?
It's
There?
gonna vary, I mean, based on the number of showings that we've had, I can always find a spot at either the side or the other side and just park.
Okay,
there, but
that's enough for
it's
us.
usually not too difficult.
And then, do we have an alleyway? Or do we have, like, part of an alleyway for
Parking in the
storage?
alley,
There's no alley?
been a dumpster that's been stored back there for this.
So there is a dumpster. So that's good. And then more windows, lighting, more tiling, more stuff for advertisement and bookshelf, and old wood doors, and I mean new handling, or actually, I don't know. That's pretty old handling. It's enamel and ceramic. And then it looks like at some point there was some other locking, or no, these are boards. Yeah, these are board joints. It looks like there could be bolting here if you wanted. At least there's the space in the door for it. And there's these doors that go out. And then outlets, everything's all external here too. Then we're back into the purple room, or purplish. Then more HVAC. Then that HVAC goes back to where we saw. And there's some zone heating, and it's low battery, so it doesn't even know what it is. But I don't know, I'll say it's like 60, 70 in here, 60-ish.
At least, yeah.
I mean, it's well enough insulated. It's just, you know, it's real cold outside. So then the stairs aren't too steep though, which is nice. I always hate the old buildings. They get like crazy stair grades,
Right.
especially like center ones, you know, like those old houses where they had the center stairway.
Yeah.
Those are scary to me sometimes, especially in certain shoes, boots.
Oh, for sure.
So our workmen don't fall. Our workmen are falling on some of our older buildings that we've done. And it's expensive. Honestly, it doesn't look that dangerous. This building looks pretty safe. It's not anything I'm worried about. It's just, so is this a fireplace, do you think? Or, because I don't see any replacement of the brick, but you can match it pretty well, because this came from a local quarry, this entire building, from down by St. Joe,
Okay.
is where this yellow brick came from.
Okay.
The yellow clay for the brick came from St. Joe. In case you were curious, a little history for you. So, at least I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. Usually most of the yellow brick around here from that time period all came from one quarry that the monks did for breaking of their own use. Then I guess we can go downstairs. This isn't gonna be quite as fun. Okay, can I safely get here? Do you have a flashlight or something? I didn't bring a flashlight.
Yeah, just on my phone.
Yeah, I can do it. I have good enough balance, but is there another door I could go in at, actually? Looks like.
Yeah, you can just
Yeah.
pull that door open.
I don't want to go through the stairs unless I have to. Okay, there we go. That's better. So, looks like it's got a couple of pressure switches. Could I borrow your flashlight? Shoot, I wish I could go in there. Looks like there's a hole, like, under the staircase. There's a whole, like, hidden hallway that goes down a good chunk. I mean, it's a good, like, 4 feet, 3 feet maybe, down, or it's wide, and then goes at least 10 feet. I don't have a laser on me. Do you have a laser?
I don't.
Yeah, I didn't bring one. I wasn't really planning on doing this. Thank you. It's just, there's like this, you could see it. You've probably seen it, but there's like a good little secret passageway.
Oh, yeah.
Little fun something. Who knows what that was? Drug
Right.
smuggling.
Yeah.
Running. What was held in that little capacity? Oh wait, I did need the label on the machine. It's just now locked. Dang it.
I didn't even pull it, damn it.
No, I think it's locked. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I thought it was locked. I don't know. It did move. So then this is some kind of wood. Doesn't look rotted. Seems solid. And then there's some more fiber optic running through the wall, which is nice. So some of the trunk lines for phone lines, it looks like, are through the wall. So we can tap into one of these Cat 10s. And this is a control cable for the furnace and such. But this is, I think that's the AC.
That's the AC,
And then that's warranty. Looks like it was manufactured in 2013. I don't want to lose that. Well, yeah, I don't want you guys to lose that anyway. But then looks like it's from the 50s or something. There's the ladder. And then could you shine your light? I don't know if you wanted to do it in the other room maybe, but like upwards. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I just wanted just one shot of like upwards because it's a little hard to tell from the designs that I've looked at. I think I found the old blueprints actually of this place.
Oh, really? Where did you find those?
I think it was the county website or the county clerks.
Okay.
I thought, but I was just going through a booklet and I took a copy of it. And then, so there's a secret end behind here because there's, well, I don't want to damage it more, but could you shine your light like in that hole? You just see what's back there. Yeah, that's not that. Yeah, I just didn't know if it was something on the side that I didn't see because of the brick. Oh, this is nice. Enough storage space. Is there a light? anywhere, or is it just kind of that one?
Yeah, there's light here.
I think it's both, maybe? Or maybe that one just burnt out.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, I think that one's just burnt out. Then are those just all burnt out too, or does this cable turn these lights on, or? Oh, there we go. Looks like, yeah, we got good amount of lighting. These look like, I don't know, 12-inch posts of wood for support beams. At least, what do they call those? T-beams? Usually they call them that, something like that. And then, could you come over here with your flashlight? Sorry, this is some of the more technical stuff that I need to look up later. But, so there's a good server. This is like a U server unit. It looks like 6U, so 6 units, 2 units deep. Then that's all the fiber optics. Can I open this? I should be able to open it. Oops. Yeah, I can go back on easily now. Oh, geez. That's something, all right. So this is the power bank, it looks like, and power controllers. So, shine the light, then I can put it back on. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 2 ESA, and then VoIP processing system, modulators, some kind of piping for cooling if we needed that. And then let's go this way, I guess. So there's some water damage from this pipe, it looks like. It looks like some kind of mold from there. That have to get, this casing would have to get replaced. And probably this wall. Still there's some pipes from something old. Then could you shine like that way? Yeah, then there's a good, and then shine like the floor or the base, yeah. So that's cement, which looks like granite blocks of some sort. And then there's piping for this. This is cast iron, like, gosh, I don't know, 4 inches, 6 inches cast iron. So this is really quiet. Yeah, I don't know how much you know about buildings, but cast iron's really quiet. It's quieter than plastic, like this plastic piping. And this joint, like here, is gonna be a lot quieter than here. It's just gonna be louder than this, less insulation, stuff like that. But I stepped in something. Cement. Okay, yeah, this is glass. I always make that mistake when I see these walls. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's a glass wall. But, okay. Yeah, so then we'll get the dimensions of this eventually. Looks like the wall parts are here. I think there's probably like a furnace here. There was, or something here.
Up to the building next door is what I've heard. But
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't really want to move this because this looks like it's hard to move back without cement. I would have to get down here. But then what the heck is this? A little weird place.
maintain kind of a separate storage area.
Huh. It's weird. This tiny little thing. It's insulated too, which is strange. It looks like storage of some kind of chemical. Welding looks like. So, a drum of something. I don't know, I'll figure it out later. Yeah, so then this looks like what, a furnace? Or is this the elevator shaft? This looks like the elevator shaft. So this is the cool part. Okay, now let's see what happens. It looks like, yeah, I could step on this. I really hope
This might have
so.
been a bathroom, actually.
Yeah, it looks like a bathroom, but if you shine it up, there isn't a hole. So I don't think this is where it came out, but it might have been. And to replace the floorboards is what I think they did. But I don't know for sure, obviously. But this looks like a lot of old wood, or at least old-ish wood. And then the flooring looks like it was cut down for piping, and looks like that's brick to probably dirt or maybe cement or something. Like all that iron looks like dust and dirt, just rust. And so then what's this?
It's a steam boiler.
This is the spoiler, it looks like, yeah. It's cleaning for it. There's all sorts of valves, steam boiler. And then it electrical switch box. Special class engineers installed it. Could you shine a light on these papers over these darker ones? Thank you. These are just examinations, and then up there, you could get well. Yeah, I don't have to touch all these, but yeah, that looks like 30 horsepower, some amount of pressure, and looks like pretty rusted, the boiler. So what is this gas boiler then? Looks like a Kohler 22 oil boiler? Oil, okay. So then it's coal something, 50 pound, 15 pound steam, 30 pound water, water pressure at 30 pounds, steam at 15, capacity, okay. Then there's all this piping, if you could shine a little bit over there, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it looks all good. Nothing looks too bad of anything. Nothing looks expensive, which is good. The foundation looks good. The flooring, I mean, it's cracked, but that's just gonna happen. The really nice thing I like is I see this, which really makes me excited.
What is that?
Because it's really dry stuff. Because if that was wet, I'd be a lot more worried.
Okay.
Because like I've had old buildings where this is cracked or something, and then it has to be sealed, and it doesn't look as pretty. Like if we wanted to expose all this, which we could easily do because it's structural, but if we wanted to expose it, we couldn't do that if there was having to be put sealant on it. We'd have to put a wall or some drywall or
Sure, yeah.
boards like they did, and we're gonna have to replace brick maybe if we actually make it cosmetic. But then there's wiring. It looks like lighting, more wiring. So now we're finally going to the fun room, the real basement. Oh, okay, that's a step. I should have looked down. I did not do that. That's my fault. So then there's shelving, which is good for storage. We have lots of parts that we'll need. We won't really do R&D for here though, but we'll keep equipment here that we can fit, and maybe a little lab space, but we'll have to get all that approved and fire inspectors and other stuff. And then there's this. I still haven't found where the elevator is. I think it's this shaft here. Is my bet. This looks like a cold room maybe. Or maybe it was a shaft. So lighting somehow. Yeah, it looks like coal. Was shaft in here at one point. Now the meter. Can we go to the meter real quick? We can get to it easily. Careful this step. There's well, it looks like laundry for some reason here, but probably for the right. I don't know. But yeah. So then that's like some kind of water cage. It looks like some kind of wiring for grounding and such. And then the water piping for something. I don't even know what. But something needs water apparently. And then there's this. All this ground stuff. Which is nice, it's exposed, which is good. It looks like it was for this new pipe they put in. They had to dig up some stuff and make some supports and like these old bricks. These all came from St. Joe. At least the bricks did. I don't know about this flooring, where this came from. This looks like granite. Maybe? I don't know, it really doesn't matter to me. But then there's, I don't know what the heck this is for. HVAC or something maybe, at one point. I don't know why it's still there, but there was like support beams for it, which is weird. So maybe HVAC came in there, or a pipe came in there, and there's stuff here, but there's no holes. So I don't know what that was. It's one of those weird things with old buildings. You never know quite exactly. Can we get up this way?
No, we can't. That's vacated stairway. I
So,
can show you where it goes.
okay.
Upstairs.
So that goes somewhere. So we could have two stairways into this. Especially for fire, if we were to have a lab in here or the next room. We'd have to have obviously good ventilation and all that, which is easy enough to get. But more expensive is building like a stairway, escape hatch or whatever happens to be the case. Yeah. I guess we'll go upstairs, see where that stairway goes. There's a hole there, but that's middle finger length, less than my middle finger. Then cement stairs. A relatively sturdy piece of wood that you can always replace. Oh yeah, sorry. Forgot about the lights. You have to worry about the lights.
Yeah.
I have LEDs, so I never worry about lights. ever. It's nice. But so the staircase, we came in that way, so it should be like way over by the other staircase. So we have one staircase here, one there, another one there. Then what was shifts? Do you know?
That I don't know. I think that might have been an advertising client or something.
So do you know what kind of like net and gross you've gotten for this building?
Anyway,
The net and gross?
for,
The building.
what do you mean net and gross?
I mean like for renting. Like if this was to we rent out some of the office space. Like what kind of square foot do you get?
Per square foot, kind of a blended rate would be $10 a square foot,
Okay.
based on the upper and lower. This space right here, if they were to subdivide it, about $12 a square foot and about 8 upstairs.
8 upstairs and then the basement, what were they selling that for?
We've kind of just said
Use
if
that as
somebody takes
storage.
the main, we'll let them
Use the basement? Yeah, that makes
It's part of
sense.
the deal.
Yeah, we'll just up the charge for that.
Yeah.
Or we'll probably keep the basement, so we won't give people the basement. Office space, you don't really need a basement for the most part. We have storage for closets and other things they can use if they need to. Otherwise, they could rent it out to them, but we don't want to. Yeah, so we could easily replace all that glass. That's nice. I don't know what all these hoops are about. I mean, they look cool enough, but I don't know why it's like the weird levels. Is that for piping, do you think?
You know, I'm not sure, just to give it a little bit more
Like, can we
design.
like bring it up like 4 feet or like 2 feet?
I would think you could.
It looks pretty
I haven't seen
temporary.
under those tiles, but it would appear to me that you could.
Yeah, it looks like they're just cosmetic type tiles, and then they have HVAC and all that. Do you know like the fan rated speed for the fan? I could look that up, but okay. And then radiator has radiator controls. What's under this carpet?
We just kind of peeled that up to see what kind of flooring might be underneath it. It looks like there is
Oh,
tile.
so tile, and then let's see if we can see below the tile. It looks like tile and then some kind of wood, and then I see a hole like 3 inches down, maybe. Looks like, yeah. So that looks like it probably was for some pipe or something, cabling power, something like that. Well, I'm pretty much done here, so we're pretty much done. I'll just head to some. Do you have any other properties that are like this in this downtown area that I could see, or?
Not really right now. Think of what else. Do you think the preference is to purchase or lease?
Probably contract for deed is what we're thinking. But it really depends on what kind of finance we get for this property. We have to get inspected and all those steps before we go much farther. But I mean, we could probably easily do 200 for financing. So that's not a big problem.
200 down or
200 down or 200 total, whichever we decide to spend our money on
okay.
here.
Yeah, I mean, being financing right now, is there a reason you prefer